Leon! I got it. Louis!
Now that I have the sample, you serve me no purpose.
Sadler!
My boy Salazar will make sure you follow the same fate.
Stay with me, Louis. I am a researcher, hired by...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No.
Right, how are my grenades? I might want to use a grenade here. Something in my brain is telling me there's a flash grenade, which I deliberately left behind earlier. So I could use a flash grenade in this section and go back for it. I do not remember where that was. Might be time to invest in.
No.
Just do this so that we don't have to struggle through this every time. Of course, we don't heal here because we get a free heal after we complete her second. You want to shoot onto top because if you shoot out the top ones first,
talk about near-death experience.
Ashley, get out of there!
I might go all in on sniper rifle. Any way I could line up a catch one? No, that's overkill. Oh, no. That's bullshit. Okay. Wait until we pick her up, so. Okay, and so here we want to use a frag grenade and hit the Zella that comes out, and
The door's
we need to
locked, I
kill
can't open it!
you. Need that. Okay, I think that's him dead. If you don't kill him then an extra wave of enemies will spawn. Just flexing my damage of the game. That felt good. You have 9 shots left, that should be enough to nail.
I got the key. I can get out.
Brilliant. That should be enough to deal with the fire room. Righty, Ashley segment. I really like the way they did this in the remake. They did it really well. Yellow world? Let's see. I leave a separate save first, just if I want to come back to it. Oh, that landed. Great. The second one is... Hopper. I've done this without killing either of them before, but I like killing them, so... Brilliant. Where's it? We're going to use Leon's rocket launcher on the double counters. I hate that remake. They made it so much harder. It was already one of the hardest remakes of the game. The remake decided it wasn't hard enough. The remake in general, the loss of the tank controls is a shame to me because it makes it feel less unique. Because the tank controls work great in Resident Evil 4 at times, so they feel a lot better than I feel much better than many modern games. There's still one more back here, right? Yeah, tank controls are great, but I get why they removed them, so you wouldn't have messed with the new gameplay remake and like a stealth mechanics and all that. But that combined with how like a remake also made its like hits more viral factual damage, which is nice. But then they well, on like Professional in particular, the handgun just doesn't do anything, and it's so infuriating. Like a good way, like I really enjoyed my first playthrough of the remake, but after I played the original for the first time, I then played it another 11 times at least within a year. I've played the original RE4 at least 15 times. Past the 10th playthrough, I started doing challenge runs like no immersion and stuff. And I had a lot of fun with those as well. I played the shit out of this game after I completed it for the first time. I played the remake once, and afterwards I still took like a good while to even start a playthrough of Professional, and even then I still haven't completed that playthrough. It's been like months now. It's just less fun to play, I think. I should have spent more handgun ammo. Yeah, I for a variety of reasons, some personal, some more objective criticisms of the game, I feel less urged to replay the remake. And most definitely would never do a bloody no merchant run remake. Well, maybe actually, because I mean you do get the knife restored, the knives you can pick up off ground, and the remake does actually give you more weapons that are on the ground than the original, I think. Well, they removed the free rocket launcher, but then they added in the LE5, which Leon just gets. And Leon gets the Red 9 for free as well, without a merchant actually. But just as a whole, it'd just be kind of more annoying. But there's some improvements. I mean, like with each of the characters are better, except Salazar was. I hate what we did to Salazar. Oh god, this puzzle. Oh god, this puzzle. Yeah, I wasn't missing this in the remake. If I remember correctly, this is just. It's literally just like move. It can continuously just move them around. I'm tempted to look up a guide for this puzzle, I hate it. So, if I remember correctly, it's just you move this piece and then you move this piece into its place, and this place over there. You keep on moving them, I think. I'm googling that guide, I can't do this. It's almost 10 o'clock, I did not have the patience to do this puzzle. Resident Evil 4... Ashley puzzle. Mainly just because, like, if you... With this one, if you do a wrong movement, then you're punished really badly for it. Yeah, okay. So it's this one. Oh, no, I was wrong. Thank God. I hate that puzzle. One thing I really liked about Remake is they increased the role of Nerissa so they kept all three of the signature Nerissa encounters. And then on top of that, like, they made them appear at the island. And that was really, really cool. But by the end of the game, they became a regular enemy, whereas in the original, they are solely used for their unique encounters. And they're, I think, slightly less annoying for speedrunners in the remake. remake did remove QuickTime events though, and that was a ridiculous decision. I think the QuickTime events in Resident Evil 4 are possibly the best QuickTime events in any game ever. I say its main competition is probably Metal Gear Rising. They're handled really well in this game. And I mean, like they kept them in anyway with like the B2 evade and stuff. They only superficially removed them and just... So they're still kind of there, but they're just worse. So instead of being 2 buttons, it's now 1 button. Which isn't as good, by making you have to press 2 buttons at the same time. It's just naturally harder. It's not too much harder to a point where it's frustrating or anything. It's just a little bit harder, so it makes your heart jump a little bit. And it also makes you keep your fingers always on both on either both triggers or square and X. Or if you're cultured, A and
Leon!
X.
Ashley! You did good.
I'm sorry if I was...
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on, let's move on.
Unfortunate thing about that chapter of the remake is that, of course, yeah, I'd say that. After Ashley gets kidnapped at the end of that, oh fuck. Oh no, I can. Lovely. Wait, what? Oh. One thing which irks me about Remake is it's less generous with health items. We are going to go through and do the Lion Room before I break these pots to get ammo. The Remake had less health items, which to me, it doesn't make the game more scary, it just makes it more stressful, because it further encourages you to be perfect in combat. And in Remake, it's harder to dodge enemies, I think it's harder to run away from enemies, because enemies are more accurate with their weapons. And, in general, you take even more damage in Remake, I think. Or at least the Remake added slightly more health gating, which was nice of them. Yeah, like, right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and yeah, it's good, let's just basically say that's a full heal. Then we have 8 full heals right now. In my original playthrough, I had 14 full heals on me all at once, and yes, it's excessive. But, the thing is, in Resident Evil 4, health is more valuable than in past games, because you have the infinite knife. Because in past games, ammo is infinitely more valuable than health, because health doesn't help you if you don't have enough ammo to kill your enemies. But in Resident Evil 4 you have unlimited knife, so it's not a concern. Well, it is a concern, because knife only is hard, but I mean, I did a knife only playthrough, so I'm sure other people can. Knife only U3 is very fun. But yeah, in Remake, they give you much less health. They do allow you to purchase more you can get a first aid spray at each chapter, and then store that at a typewriter. And so I kind of like that. So I do have like 30 of them stocked up on my typewriter. But that's... You can eat through health items in a Remake incredibly quickly. And it does not give you a lot of them. The various design choices in Remake which bother me. Is it possible to... I was wondering if it was possible to line them both up and destroy them in one shot. That might be possible, right? Like that. That movement in tank controls, that is so satisfying to do. It doesn't exist in a remake. Because, you know, modernised controls are better. That one comes down once, you know. So I'm fine with the modernised controls, just because like how we implemented the knife into a remake's combat. Though I hate how drastically they nerfed the knife's regular slashing. I hate how I nerfed the knife's regular slashes, but then they added in the remakes, you're encouraged to let Ashley get captured. So first of all, she no longer has a health bar, so it's less dangerous than just letting enemies near her in general. She dies in the same amount of hits. So in the original, 2 hits will kill her. Maybe 3 if it's like a weaker attack, 2 hits will kill her. In the remake, 2 hits in a row kills her. So she dies just as quick in both versions of the game. But in remake, if an enemy picks her up, you can insta-kill them with a knife. You can just run up to them, you get a knife prompt, and you can insta-kill them. There are many sections in remake where I let enemies grab Ashley so I can get a free insta-kill. Because, I mean, the pesetas that the enemy then dropped would then refund me for whatever knife durability I lost from that. Especially once I got the charm, which reduces the price of it. It's weird. This is weird design philosophy, because they didn't make the knife less OP, they just made it kind of... They limited people's options a bit more. Nothing like that. I'm going to go in a couple of minutes. Oh. Okay, run forwards. Run forwards. Run forward. Cutscenes. They won't let me skip. Leon, there's someone behind us. Leon, here. I have 2 shots left. Can I purchase a capacity upgrade? I don't know. If I can, I would really like to use these 2 shots. Or these funds. Let's hope it is. And yeah, that's... Why did they remove that remake? There's no reason to do that. It was just something really fun that you could figure out, which just helps your resource consumption. I don't know why it's that. It's really fun to, on repeat playthroughs, plan out how much ammo you have at each section. So you can optimize your resources more. So I know, like, oh yeah, past this room there's a merchant. I have this much rifle ammo currently left, so if I snipe these enemies, I can then get a full refund and upgrade my capacity. And so it doesn't cost you any ammo. And so it's rewarding you for planning ahead. But of course, you can't really do that as much on the first playthrough because you don't know what enemies are ahead. So it's not really an exploit. In your first playthrough, all you can do is just get lucky, basically. The immersion is right back here. Now, we do have a night coming up. I don't know if the game allows you to come back here after you visit nights. Or after you go to that area in general. Is this door locked now? Alright. Of course, in Remake you do get to backtrack as Leon. I know there's like a flash grenade or something which I want.
Got some rare. What are you buying?
Crap. Alright.
What are you buying? What are you selling? Is that all? Is that all? Thank you. Is that all? Ah.
I see, so this is going to free up a whole inventory slot. Yeah, that was smart, okay. So we definitely will be using rifle again. This chapter. No enemies here, please. How much rifle ammo do I have? 14 plus 44. Yeah, about 58. 58 rifle ammo would be enough to last us for the rest of the playthrough. Do I have... Is there anything left down here? No. Oh. There's rifle ammo in this part. Always. So I'm thinking, if possible, I leave all these pots, all of these just unbroken, and I go maybe all the way up to the double Nvistadors room. What? Double Nvistadors? Double Garadors? Oh no. I'll go as far as I can. Or feel like going prior to backtracking for this. And then, what was I saying? Yeah, so basically, debating if I should play through the next couple sections and then come back for this ammo. Whatnot. Yeah, I know. Yep. Really should just let you do this all at once. There's something about Resident Evil 4. When I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of Resident Evil 2, I think it was Jacksepticeye's playthrough of Resident Evil 2. Did I already shoot it down? I think I already shot it down. I thought you could only shoot it down once you go up here. Oh, nothing there. Okay. Jacksepticeye said the game was perfectly video gamey. And that's... I think that's... Well, that's true for Resident Evil 2. It's even more so true for Resident Evil 4. It feels so classical in such a good way. This game is from 2005, and it feels like it's from 2005. Is it from 2005 or is it 2005? I don't know. But it has all of the positives of that era, and none of the negatives. Maybe Saddler's a bit basic. None of the negatives. Just hand controls, feeling lovely, timeless graphics quality, like for fidelity isn't up there, but it's kind of stylized and at the same time not. The thing is, when you go for realistic graphics and you fail, if you try to make your game look realistic and you fail, then your game looks like shit. Because now, now it's very clear it doesn't look real. I don't think Resident Evil 4 is trying to look real. The animations are trying to look fluid and stuff, but the actual game itself is definitely stylized to an extent. They didn't try to make it look real. They tried to make it look good, and it looks bloody lovely. It's like later Resident Evil games, they did try to make it look real, and they did kind of look like shit. Like what I played with Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, they do kind of look like shit. And many other games that just look like shit. If you want to make your game look realistic, it needs to either look really realistic or don't go for that aesthetic, because you're going to fail and then it's going to look really bad. Remake looks great, right? But like, I definitely prefer looking at the original, I think. Just like, the remake looks like any other game with really good realistic graphics. That's the thing. The original RE4, it's still a timeless quality. It looks retro, but it also looks really genuinely good. Like, give it a couple years and maybe a remake won't look good anymore. But the original will always look good. Always look good. There's nothing here to loot. Yeah, reload. It's just so perfectly retro, so perfectly video gaming.
Follow me.
Adaptive difficulty, it now feels like crap when I'm playing a video game based some kind of shooter or combat based anything, and it doesn't have adaptive difficulty now. It's introduced in Resident Evil 4, I think it was abandoned for RE5 and RE6. And RE7, they brought it back in RE8, I think. Don't actually know. I think they did. And we brought it back in Resident Evil 2 Remake, and we brought it back in RE4 Remake. And it is so fantastic, both for accessibility purposes, but also for like how it actually balances out your resources and stuff as well. If you have low healing items, the game gives you more herbs. If you have less ammo, the game gives you more ammo. If you're running low on money, or you're full on everything else, then it gives you money. So it's perfect for making a game accessible to everyone, but it's also just perfect for making a game feel fun and satisfying and never frustrating.
Wait.
Another thing which is fun about Resident Evil 4 being perfectly retro is like the looking away from enemies deck. If an enemy is off of your screen, then they have reduced aggro. They kept that in the remake. I was so happy about it. It's a very small detail which is entirely like a personal thing. Well, no, it does make the game more fun. Or less frustrating. I was so happy they included that. I might have to go now. Wait, how do I want to play this? I want to save at least one flashbang for know these two. The Plaga one, the Scythe Plaga is what annoys me. Did I say before I came here? I did, right? I don't know whether these guys are... I don't remember if these guys are Plaga 1 or Plaga 2. This is another great thing about tank controls, but you have to plan out your movements. Righty, it's Plaga 1. Brilliant. Ouch. But do we have a scythe? We do have a scythe. Can I get a clackle here? No, let's go for it. Run. In the remake, I think they reduced the Scythe Plagas. The Scythe Plaga personally does piss me off, so I'm kind of happy about that. Oh, 10 shells. There's going to be a guy on my left here. Let's very quickly go back. Right, everyone, get all together now. That's fine. I was hoping that would come stagger. This is now not so fine. Reload and run. Like, the existence of tank controls forces you to plan out your movements in a more interesting way. Okay, great. So we can't stand still or we die. Do I just go with flash grenade? I'm not going to use it anywhere else, I don't think. I always like to hang on to 2 flash grenades, both original and in remake. At all times. One as an emergency and one for practical use. And that saves us an inventory slot. Because of course a flash grenade is effectively, or at least in, I think in remake, if I remember correctly, they don't immediately detonate the moment they make impact anymore, so they're less viable. Yeah, but I think you'd get more from the remake. One more hit is likely to kill me, so I'll just use this. We have plenty of inventory space and plenty of heals left. We also have a lot of handgun ammo. Yeah, I find I often do just end up hoarding my flash grenades. I do think it is good to definitely always carry at least one. My personal policy is 2. Yeah, I often find I do often end up just having to find a reason to use them rather than actually naturally using them. So I'm going to save now, and then I'll maybe come back. But for now, I'm going.